It's the holidays! Yay! Or not. I'm feeling particularly alone this holiday season. If you are too, then let me know what you think of this super short 1 minute little drawing exercise that is at least helping ground me and give me a bit of hope for next year, for next holiday season, that I will have found the people who bring me a bit of warmth during that time of year. Check it out. It is basically drawing the symbol of the simulation. Now, stick with me here because that sounds a little bit out there. It sounds a little woo woo, but I found that it helps a little bit. Try it, let me know. If you have any drawing skills, you can draw the symbol of the simulation. If you're like me, zero drawing skills, then I've printed it out and I'm just going to trace it. If you've got something wacky to trace it with, like a feather, try it. Otherwise, I'm just using it to grab your attention, if I'm being honest. So here's the symbol. And what I do is I start at the middle of the symbol, the very center of it, the dot. And I just trace around the dot because that represents you. It represents me. It represents us, all of us, living in this simulation. So just by tracing that, it helps me feel not so terribly alone. It helps remind me that we're all in this together, like it or not, for better or worse. I trace that a few times, and then I move to the middle part of the symbol. Now that part, it's got a few meanings. It's a little more complicated. I made a whole 15-minute video about it, and it's actually something that you specifically might see in it that I might not. So check out that video, but I trace that and I remember how it specifically speaks to me. Then I move to the outer part of the symbol, the triangle. And I reflect that the triangle is there to represent the three major phases of our life, our game through this simulation. I start at the top and trace the first part down. That is the part of acceptance, the part that is the loneliest. So this is the part where I am, and it reminds me, it gives me some comfort that it's okay that I feel alone. Because this part of my journey through the simulation is supposed to feel lonely. I'm tackling a lot of like inner demons, if you will. And then I move to the tracing the bottom part of the triangle. That phase of life, of this game, is the part where I've accepted and I've upgraded my character. I level up my life, my game in the simulation, and crucially, I find my people. Maybe that's even you if you've made it to this part of the video. That is the part where we journey through the simulation. We go and upgrade our lives. We change. We find like minded people who want to go through the simulation in a productive, tackling the simulation kind of way. And then I move to tracing the last leg of the triangle, the final part. This is the one that puts it all together, where I've grappled with my inner demons, all lonely and whatnot. I've found my people. I've journeyed through this life with them. And now, this final leg, this is the part where we inspire the next generation. We help the younger generation to be motivated to go through this life also, to rise to their potential and find their people also. So I trace the whole symbol a number of times. I feel more anchored. I feel more hopeful that during this whole next year, I will find the people who want to go through this journey with me. Maybe that's even you, because you've reached the end of this video. You must still be curious about the idea that we live in a simulation, and you must still believe that you have the potential to upgrade your life and level up and change your game in this simulation and find your people too. Maybe that's even you and me. Who knows? Maybe we'll be celebrating next year in the holidays. Crazier things have happened. Anyway, let me know if you've done this and what you think and what you feel.